Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Ritt. I'm an artist and a tarot reader, and this is our weekly collective reading. Okay, this feels like a timeless message. It may be that yeah. It may be that we feel kind of a bit stuck in our heads, stuck in old thought patterns, old triggers, old wounds, old memories, all that fun stuff, right? And so it's going to be all the more important to, at least some of the time, stay open to messages, news, information that reminds us that we are freer than we realize, and that we're not alone in whatever we are going through, that we really are not alone, and that we have options. So all of these things, again, I feel like they're timeless. And I'm also just seeing them here and now, that it's that much more important because we've got this energy. And so this is swords. Swords are air. Air so often relates to the mind. And this is just us being trapped in our thoughts, in old thought patterns again. So, yeah. And I am getting that message kind of reinforced here with this beautiful purple behind this person. It's that we have so much more knowing, so much more intuitive and psychic knowing available to us than we sometimes realize when our mind holds sway. And our mind is so powerful, right? It's so easy to be convinced that we know a truth up here that's not pleasant, right? And this person thinks this and that person thinks that, and this is a really frustrating thing, right? And what are we going to do? And all of that is I won't go into the cruder term for it that I use all the time, but it's the mind messing with us. And I feel like that's what's going on here. So even as this other psychic and intuitive, and this is just kind of bringing me right back to third eye and how we all have psychic knowing available to us, even as we kind of block it off. This person's just, they're temporarily blocking off this other knowing that's always, it's available to us. So I'm just getting that sense that this is kind of we may be a little bit more stuck in these limiting thought patterns than, well, it's never really ideal, but it's just kind of a temporary hurdle, right? It's something to kind of either move through or just recognize. I mean, because there is power in recognizing when we're feeling a little bit stuck. And believe me, I know I've been feeling some of this myself. And as soon as I can own that I'm feeling stuck, it gives me at least a little bit of my power back. So I feel like that's some of what's going on too. The other thing that's coming to me in terms of numerology, 8 is a number of achievement. So it may also feel like that message of I can't achieve the things that I want to achieve. When in actuality, with this energy here, this is fire, this is also 8, right? So 8 of rods. This is information coming in that may tell us otherwise or clue us in to that broader knowing, that psychic and intuitive knowing that says something very different than what we're stuck thinking we know here, that's limiting. So, yeah, so that's going on. I'm going to see if there isn't any other information that's also, yeah, all right. All right. Oh, wow. This is another beautiful message. And I'm also getting the words, the sooner the better. So the more easily we can shake off our limiting beliefs. And I just mean for the time being, right? Just, within the span of a week, a few days, because I know that this reading we're marking it that way, right? So, but I'm getting that message, the sooner the better, that we can kind of shake some of this stuff off. What I'm getting, because fire is a kind of a fast acting energy, right? It's powerful, it's potent, and it's quick. And there's all this fire here. What I'm getting is that as soon as we can shake off some of this, some of the stuckness, and that's going to be different for everyone, right? We really will get these other bolts of insights coming through. And we'll be able to act on things that allow us to really feel and celebrate that sense of accomplishment. That's actually what I'm getting. So we've got this old energy here, and this is the big scary energy that it's so loaded, right? But I always feel like devil comes right back to our human limitations. So our stuckness, essentially, and kind of the myriad of forms that takes. It might be depression, it might be fear, it might be impulse, it might be anything having to do with that need to control the situation, kind of beyond what we have any business trying to control. That's this energy here, right? So all of that human stuff that is so perfectly human and so not helpful in terms of feeling good or actually getting more of what we want, right? So we've got this energy, and it's reversed here. And it's next to the sun, which is all about that joy and newness, right? And sun is also here next to more fire. So sun is fire, of course, right? And here we have more fire. Ace of Rods is about beginnings, right? So what I'm seeing is, because reversals are always interesting, right? The way this feels to me is that as soon as we are able to shake this off, right, kind of move past whatever devil energy that we recognize in ourselves is holding us back, this energy is kind of waiting to pop up. It's like, it's that fast-acting fire energy, right? So we feel better automatically. When we're able to shake this stuff off, we feel at least a little bit better, and we can tap into some of this happiness. And our actions reflect that. So this is a very action-based, actively beginning something or initiating something kind of an energy. And so, again, it's like we feel better, and we can move in other directions. We can actively do and create and make decisions that are really beneficial. And I'm actually seeing that when we do that, there is this feeling of payoff. I mean, first of all, there's the payoff of just feeling better and feeling empowered because we are aligned with ourselves, right? As Abraham Hicks would say, there's an alignment in joy, in happiness, in just feeling together and grounded and not ruled by our fears, right? I feel like that's what I'm getting here. So we facilitate that by way of shaking off this other stuff. And again, like that could be meditation, that could be a walk, that could be just recognizing what it is and taking a nap. It could be any one thing, and that's going to be very personal, but as soon as we're able to do that, we feel better, and we're able to act from that place of feeling better. And so again, like the one payoff is we feel better, and the other, what I'm seeing is that there will also be direct results that we can see and point to and feel and acknowledge that say, I did this, I accomplished this. And with that, we're going to feel like celebrating. So 3 of Cups, which is upright, This is a celebratory energy. And again, what's standing out to me is this beautiful purple. And I'm thinking of third eye, right? So we celebrate what we know to be true. We celebrate the intuitive nudges that we get that move us in the right direction. And yeah, and the other thing I'm getting too, I'm thinking about solar plexus chakra and all that emotional energy, right? This might feel super emotionally charged because these are such charged times. So the highs are higher, the lows are lower. I know we've been in this pandemic for nearly 2 years now, so that's really intense. There's burnout, there's renewal, there's everything in between. And I'm just getting that, like, the more we're able to show ourselves what we really truly can do and how good we can feel, the more powerful an emotional impact that has on us, on our psyches, on our quality of life. So yeah, really powerful messages and really pretty, I want to say pretty unambiguous altogether. Yeah. The other thing I'm getting actually is fire is connected directly to passion. And I'm just getting that here. So that whatever it is that we're doing, whatever it is that we're initiating, right? We're passionate about that. There's a natural life force that will pull us in the right direction if we just do that little bit of work of shaking off some of this other stuff. And again, that makes so much more sense that our accomplishments would also feel more emotionally charged because we care, because we're invested in whatever these things are that we're wanting to undertake. There is that feeling of pure joy, right? So yeah, just beautiful, beautiful messages. So I'm going to see if there isn't anything else to kind of cap this reading. And yeah. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, okay. So we have this energy. This is Emperor energy. This is, by the way, more fire because Emperor is also connected to Aries, which is a fire sign. And the Emperor is reversed here. Emperor loves control. Emperor is, of course, a ruler, right? So he needs control. He needs order. He has his own way of doing and seeing and structuring everything around him, right? So that's going on. There's a lot of ego in this, right? And that's not necessarily bad, but it's reversed here. And actually what I'm seeing is this is about us finding, instead of that devil energy which wrestles for control and just feels so stuck and so fear-based, this is about finding ways to have a very different kind of control that's more internal based. So again, that beautiful purple, and actually also just this little orb, but that whole idea of like the world unto ourselves, this internal world, and intuiting what that world needs moment by moment, right? I almost feel like the reversal here, it's almost like having this energy, but from a place that is naturally less rigid, more intuitive. The other thing I'm getting too is just this, like this red is standing out to me. These, just as passionate, that fire energy is still there. It's just like, it's a quieter glow. It's not ordering other people around. This guy would order other people around, right? This is about kind of like adhering to our own order, our own sense of order, and again, intuiting what we need in order to do the things that we want to do. So, again, really, really satisfying message for me to receive. I hope as satisfying for you guys on the other end to hear about, but just that, like, what it feels like to me is this doesn't have to be about all of the external things that feed the ego. And, you know, I'm not putting that down because we're human beings. We're in this physical, tangible world, right? So there's a reason for that. But the way this feels, it's almost like staying tuned in here, tending to that inner world. And when we do that, that's when we're able to shake off the old stuff, the fear, the worry, the anxiety, and just like do the things that bring us joy. And the joy comes first, right? There's a reason that the sun is here. You know, even though it's reversed, it's like first we feel better, and then we're able to do by way of creating, by way of initiating. And that's when we have those accomplishments that are fully manifested things, right, that we've brought into the world. And that's when we say, I did this, and it means something to me. So yeah, so I hope that makes sense. And I hope that you all have a satisfying week. I hope that you're all able to move past the things that make you feel stuck. Again, you're in good company with that. I have my own work to do around that. But I hope that you get to feel your freedom and your power, and that you remember the options that are all around you, even the ones that are less obvious, right? So I hope that you get to feel that sense of freedom and empowerment and shake off that old stuff as best you can, and go from there. I hope that you like this reading. I hope that you resonated with at least bits and pieces of it, if not the whole thing. If you like this reading, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're interested in supporting me and supporting this channel and the work that I do, check out my Patreon. The link is down below. And it's coming up on the anniversary of 1 year since I started it. So that's exciting. It's a big deal for me. So have a lovely, lovely week. Whatever twists and turns it takes. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.